Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Actually, I want to show you guys something. This car is a 2012. The problem of this car was initially they changed the engine. And this is the old engine. As you can see, this is the old engine. So in the process of changing the engine, they want to start the car. This is a new engine. As you can see, this is a new engine. So in the process of starting the car, they find out that the water entered the brain box. This one is a new brain box. They decided to buy a new brain box. This is a new brain box. This is the old brain box that born. You can see, look at it. This is born. This is born. Brain box has been born. Look at it. So they order a new brain box and they call me that the motor needed programming. This is Kia Rio. So I went there and I tried to start the car because initially what the mechanic said that they needed programming. And when I went there, normally I know that the Kia himself, their brain box is always free code. So I went there and I put my scan tools and diagnose the car and find out that what the scanner is complaining is a crankshaft sensor. Each time crankshaft sensor. So you can see this is the location of the crankshaft sensor. This is the crankshaft sensor location. To give me to remove, because when I scan the car will keep on complaining crankshaft position sensor. So I was like, okay, maybe let's bring the old crankshaft sensor that was in the engine. So they now bring the old crankshaft sensor, and I told them to put the sensor, and they put the sensor. They still complain the same thing. So I was like, what happened? I checked the brain box, the same number. The throttle is open. I test all the necessary thing, test all the fuse of the places. This is the sensor. This is the crankshaft position sensor for this Kia. This sensor, you can see the Kia Rio, the same sensor. This is a sensor. And normally, that place, the position of that sensor, there's a 2 plug in there. There's a 2 plug in. We have a knock sensor. This is a knock sensor. It's a knock sensor wire. And this is a crankshaft. This is a crankshaft wire. And they cut the knock sensor wire, and they could not longer connect it because the problem is that they tell me that the same 2 plugging is confusing them. So I said, let me go and check by myself how they put the sensor. As I went to the car, under the car, find out that this sensor itself have a seal. This is a seal. This is a seal. And they use these two seal and put it like this. Put the first seal. And after they put the first seal, finish, stop somewhere here. They now put the second seal. Put the second seal. And put the second seal like this. And plug the and position the crankshaft sensor in a very like this. Thing is not even tightened in the engine. One and you still do the second one. You change the first crankshaft sensor, it's not working, and you bring another one and still do the same mistake without pushing the crankshaft sensor to lap and tie the bow. So each time the engine will revolve, the waveform, the engine will not see the signal. Of course, like they have called two technicians and they say that the brain box itself is not the one, that they need to bring another brain box. So when I see so now the car is starting very well. See the one starting very well. So just because of the simple mistake that they decided to land this car in buying brain box and so many car owner, you need to know how, you need to know something. You need to know. It's not maybe you drive your car and go to the highway and you stuck up and you decided to call a mechanic. There's something you need to know about your car. So thank you for watching the video. This one is a system voltage low. You can see. The alternator will come up, come back. Why the reason why the battery slide is showing is because the alternator is no good. The alternator is no good. The alternator is no good. So this was the for crankshaft position sensor a circuit. This is the history, but if I clear this code now, everything will now go. See, no trouble code.